I think one thing everyone is thinking about is how does Boruto survive this ordeal? I think everyone knows that he will survive because we do have Boruto in the timeskip timeline we saw at the beginning of the series. So Boruto is alive and he is the MC, and that really isn't an excuse because you could say that they could go a completely separate route and kill the MC or whatever, but I think based on what we know about the timeskip, Boruto is still alive, so we can all agree on that, right? So the real question is, how does Boruto survive after being killed by Kawaki? And I have a really interesting theory on that from one of my subscribers, and I'm gonna expound on it a little bit, so let's get into it. So this theory by Itachi Uchiha is basically saying that Kishimoto is gonna get rid of Momoshiki by killing Boruto and then reviving him using the Toad Revival charm from Mount Miyaboku that Hagoromo used to revive Hamura back in the past. So if you guys don't know about this, 1,000 years ago when Hamura and Hagoromo decided to kill Kaguya, Kaguya took control of Hagoromo using some sort of jutsu. And the only way to free him from that jutsu was for Hagoromo to kill him in a similar way to how Kawaki is going to kill Boruto, or how Kawaki killed Boruto. And then he revived him using the Toad Revival charm from Mount Miyaboku given to him from one of the toads. So I totally see this playing out because this is a similar situation to the Kaguya situation, right? Momoshiki is controlling Boruto's body, similar to how Kaguya was controlling Hamura. Now it's obviously not the same thing because Momoshiki is within Boruto and taking over his body using a different method, but when it comes to like the spirit itself taking over Boruto's mind and controlling his mind, then you could say that there's some similarities there to what Kaguya was doing to Hamura. And if Hagoromo was able to free Hamura from that control from Kaguya by killing him, then it could be that they could also free Boruto from the control or the influence of Momoshiki by killing Boruto. Because one thing we know, if Boruto dies, so does Momoshiki. So if they kill Boruto, Momoshiki's spirit will die as well, and then they can revive Boruto himself using the revival charm from Mount Miyaboku. So this could be a great way to get rid of Momoshiki's spirit, similar to how Kawaki doesn't have to worry about Ishiki's spirit as well. So Naruto himself is going to get this Toad Revival charm from Mount Miyaboku. Now the question is, does Naruto already have it on him right now? Because that is also possible, because one thing we know about Naruto in the previous chapter, I think it was chapter 64, it mentioned something about the wisdom of age. So it could be a case where Naruto was training his sage mode all this time and was also getting familiar with the toads of Mount Miyaboku. So Naruto could have that revival charm on him right now and he's going to use it to save Boruto. So this theory is completely wild, but I think it's completely plausible. I think this could definitely be the case. I don't see any reason for this not to be the case, right? You could argue that Naruto doesn't have the charm and nothing implied that he has the charm, but again, there was no reason for him to use that charm, right? So Naruto himself could have gotten that charm after using Kurama for a rainy day or whatever, right? After losing Kurama in the Battle of Ishiki, Naruto could have gone to Mount Miyaboku, gotten that charm. We could get a flashback to this happening and they tied in together. Now people might call it an ass pull or whatever, but I don't think it is. I think there is something that's set in the series itself from way back in the past. You could classify that episode with Hagoromo as filler because it wasn't in the manga itself to my knowledge. But at the end of the day, it does exist in the series. That charm does exist. So the sages of Toad Miyaboku could have given Naruto that charm. So I wouldn't say it's not plausible, you know? And while we're on the topic of Naruto, in this chapter, like it's kind of weird based on what we got from the other chapters. I think I said this in my spoiler review for the chapter itself. Based on what we got in chapter 65, like they completely like pushed Naruto and hyped him up. Hyped up this new sage mode, saying that he can last longer and saying that it has the wisdom of age and all that jazz. But then we don't get to see Naruto do anything at all in the chapter, right? It's kind of weird. Because I was actually expecting Sage Mode Naruto versus Cold or Sage Mode Naruto versus Borushiki to see like how does Naruto power scale? How does the power scaling system work in this era of Boruto, the post-Kurama era of Boruto, right? And it's kind of weird, it's kind of disappointing to see that we didn't get to see Naruto like use the power that he has. Whether he lost or not, like it doesn't really matter. What mattered is that we would have gotten like an idea of how the power scaling system is in Boruto currently, and we would have gotten an idea of the power Naruto has currently in Sagewood, because you know there's a lot of theories out there saying that Naruto lost the chakra of the tail beast and Naruto is now pain level, and that theory is just crazy. How can Naruto be pain level, bro? When I say pain level, I'm not talking the character pain, I'm talking like the pain era Sage mode Naruto. They're saying that Naruto is now that level again. That's crazy. But yeah, like the chakra of the tail beast, like there's no logical explanation as to why he doesn't have the chakra of the tail beast. And we saw the tail beast come together to say goodbye to Kurama. So he did have it up until the fight with Kurama, right? People are saying that because he lost Kurama's chakra, he lost the chakra of the tail beast. That's completely wrong. And you know, there's literally proof saying otherwise in the series itself. But that's for another video. I just think that we could have seen like a nice little fight between Naruto and Code. Maybe they brawled for a bit while Momoshiki and Kawaki went at it, right? But I guess it's because it's a manga, so they want to focus on the two characters most important to the series. Maybe we'll still get Naruto versus Code. Like after this fight with Kawashiki versus Boruto, I think that Kawaki will overheat, because we did see him do that when he first overused Ishiki's abilities, or Ishiki's karma basically, when he fought Garo. So he did overheat at that time, because you have to remember that Kawaki's body is a scientific ninja tool, so it's gonna overheat, right? So we haven't seen him done that in a while, and I think that's what's gonna happen after Boruto somewhat dies. You know, I have my theories about that. I have two videos, I have two theories on how they're going to revive Boruto. I'm going to post them during the week. I was thinking that I'm going to post them after the chapter comes out, because I wanted everybody to get a chance to watch it, because you know some people, they don't like spoilers, so they're not going to watch a spoiler video. So I was thinking that I'm going to drop the theories after the chapter comes out, you know, so that I can get more people to watch it, because it's a really interesting theory. I have two theories and I think they make sense, so I'm gonna post those. But yeah, I just want to see what Naruto is capable of, and I think we might get that in this chapter. Hopefully we might get that, you know. So yeah, looking forward to this, and yeah, this chapter is really good. But another thing I want to mention is that Sasuke is missing. I'm probably gonna do another video on that. I shouldn't even be saying this in this video. I'm over padding the video at this point. But yeah, Sasuke is missing. I don't know where he is, because he should be outside the village as well, because the last time we saw him, I think it was chapter 63 or 62, when one of the guards were giving him shit about him being outside and all that jazz, right? So Sasuke should be outside, so he should be able to see what's happening. Multiple giant Rasengans going off, you know, Kawaki and Boruto, two Otsutskis fighting and shaking the landscape. Like, Sasuke should be aware of this, and he should be there, but he isn't. It's kind of weird. But yeah, these are just my observations for the chapter itself, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But this theory is really good, and I think this could definitely be the case. If you guys like the video, drop a like. If you have any comments about the theory, drop your comment as well. Let me know if you disagree or agree, and why. You know, that's the most important part. Why do you disagree or agree? And we can have a conversation about it. So drop your theories as well in the comments, and I'll go over it. So just as though I posted Itachi Uchiha's theory, I might go over some theories as well. So as long as they're plausible, I'll put them up and we can discuss them and, you know, have a discussion. Yeah, that's why I said it a while ago, but yeah. Again, if you guys like the video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I post new content. And above all else, have a great day. Peace.